Or are you smiling like a baboon?
Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to Galactic Views. Yeah. And we just watched the show Echo. Well, I watched the whole thing. Ethan only watched the first and last episode.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But we watched Echo. Needless to say. And I'm going to be honest, I couldn't hear a thing. Most of it I thought might have just been gang signs, but to put it bluntly, I did not like the show. I didn't like I didn't like the way the characters were presented. I didn't like the way that the Kingpin character was done and utilized. Yeah, a lot of things that went wrong in this show. So this show is essentially Milo Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong did. Those are my very brief thoughts, because I'm pretty sure to some degree I'm gonna have to explain some things a little bit later on down the line. Daredevil's in it for about 5 seconds. And that's about it. Kingpin is in it for way longer. And I kind of wish he wasn't. Because his character gets more demoralized than every time Ethan goes and gets a Krispy Kreme donut box. That's kind of just how that one goes.
Just a minute, you. Them's fighting words.
I think Vincent D'Onofrio did a good job acting wise. I just think he was given crappy stuff to act. Echo is essentially the girl boss that gets powers from other girl bosses. Because screw the guys that are in her family. She only gets it from the women in her family. None of the men. And she's able to just give it to any other woman in the family. Like she gives it to her cousin and her grandma, who are able to take out. It's bad. The choreography is bad. The choreography is atrocious. Like you can see it, especially when she's fighting Daredevil. The punches are like half a foot away from Daredevil. And it is all kinds of weird and messed up. And I know you were having a problem because it is rated mature audience. I can't tell why it's rated mature audience, other than I think they wanted to give the illusion of, hey, it's like Daredevil. It's going to be just like Daredevil. Look, it's like Daredevil. You know how that's rated MA for mature audience? Well, this is also rated MA. It's got Daredevil and Kingpin in it. It's going to be the same. It's nothing. There is no reason for why it's rated MA, because it sucks.
It was a reality TV show. It was like a drama.
It wasn't even, it was maybe, I don't know.
But you put the drama in air quotes and you lowercase the D because there wasn't a lot of it. Yeah.
The character Echo basically undergoes this sort of journey by going from like the sort of person that's in gray, I guess, in the beginning, which I really didn't see much of that. She acted a lot more like a crappy version of Kingpin, like just using and abusing anybody that was related to her or had some value to her previously. And apparently nobody says anything about it except the uncle, which she just brushes aside anyway. So she has to learn this value on her own. It's so stupid. And the way she like fixes her powers because she's having problems is by talking to her grandma. And not going on this self-discovery journey, not any of that. Grandma. So stupid. I also don't know if the character was deaf since birth, but if that's the case, that was poor acting on that part, because the actress is mouthing out the words and you can hear her mouth out the words. If she's supposed to be deaf since birth, she should not be able to know the words and be able to speak them. So I'm just confused. So also how she loses her leg is stupid. She loses her right leg because the car got hit on the left side.
You serious?
Yeah, and the piece of metal that's sticking out from her leg is pointed that way in the opposite direction of which any material that would have possibly pierced her leg would have came from. So, yeah. Hey, I thought I gotta. I'll talk.
It's like
I'll
it's
go
like
and end mine
they're
because I gotta talk.
it's like
Yeah.
they're like what is it? Their brains were like, yeah, it happened because of this. And it was like, come on now. This is the way it happened, guys. It the car hit him this way, but the piece of metal it came this way. See, that makes a lot of sense.
Am I talking to me?
It's more like they had a story and they had. It's more like they had story and they wanted to happen this certain way. They just didn't think anything through it. So like they wanted to devalue Kingpin, but they didn't think of like what that would do for the character. They wanted to have this character like do this, but they didn't want to explain like how they were able to do this or anything. You were just supposed to figure it out as you went along. Or like, because Echo is apparently she's apparently able to fight off or go toe to toe with Daredevil before she has superpowers. Like, what the frick? Like, what isn't at some point I'm expecting Daredevil to take off the prosthetic leg and just beat her to death with it. You know, like at some point during the fight, it was beat her close to death and like give her kind of this realization. And they could have still done that where Daredevil beat the living crap out of her, but Kingpin saw some potential there and decided to, you know, help her through it and help her like hone these skills. It's very weird how they did it and very stupid.
So, who killed Echo's dad?
Apparently this is in Hawkeye, which I didn't watch any of it. I watched maybe the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye, the Hawkeye series. And I stopped. And since we weren't doing a review on it, I didn't continue. So I watched the first 2 episodes of it. I stopped because it was horrible. I didn't like it. And I knew what the show did to Kingpin. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch that. So I kind of feel the same way about this show. I wish I didn't watch it either. But it is so apparently during that, Hawkeye, Clint Barton, when he was Ronin, apparently it was during a stint when like he was going and killing criminals during the in between Infinity War and Endgame. And he was taking on the Ronin persona. Apparently during that, he killed the gang that her father was in. And so he dies in it. And apparently, maybe this is probably explained better in Hawkeye, that he essentially got that information from Kingpin and it got leaked to him in order to go kill him. That's all I can assume because it's not explicitly said in the show. So I'm assuming you have to watch Hawkeye in order to understand that, but that's just what I understand on that aspect.
So Echo and
it's
Hawkeye are
stupid.
technically enemies now?
No, I think they fixed it in the Hawkeye show.
Oh, okay.
Towards the end when like he's saying like I'm not the enemy, Kingpin is, you know, blah 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 blah. Kingpin was also very much, instead of being the cold, calculated, like still having emotions, and sometimes letting those emotions go overboard, as seen in some areas of this Daredevil show that in Netflix, the character is very calculated in what he does, and and he always feels in control of a situation. In this one, it felt like he had no control at all. So, yeah, I think this show sucked.
I thought the sign language thing was pretty
2 out of
cool.
10. You thought the what?
I thought the sign language thing was kind of cool.
That was so stupid.
But it
I read the
it just made me want to fall asleep a little bit more.
it made there be less dialogue, which I was happy about, but you still had to read. And I was like, oh great, I gotta read through this now. Awesome. Because heaven forbid we have somebody speak.
My eyes! Ah! The pain!
So
hated-
stupid. And
I hated
apparently
the
the Echo
parts-
character is supposed to be somewhat like Taskmaster to some degree. Not the MCU Taskmaster, but like comic book wise, she's
Yeah.
supposed to have like similar abilities to Taskmaster in which she can mimic other people's fighting styles. So
That sounds awful.
in this one, she just knows how to make a quilt and knows how to, do fire signals and stuff and make a rain dance. So yeah, during the beginning intro of Echo, all I could think of was what makes a red man red. No, you weren't thinking that?
Mm-mm.
You know, one thing I'm angry that they didn't do is that when she was having all these bad dreams, the cousin Biscuit, I think is his name, because that's a good thing. He's got a brother named Gravy, but Biscuit should have just given her like, oh, you're having bad dreams, give her a dream catcher. That would have solved everything. She wouldn't have had all these problems.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness, what an idea. Why didn't I think of that? Hammocks!
It seems like these people
It
are
would've solved everything.
mathematicians. Yeah, it would have, yeah.
So stupid. Well, they're Native American, not Chinese. So yeah, 2 out of 10 for me.
For watching the first and last episode, I could tell that the middle 3 episodes were all about us finding out about Echo's heritage, pretty much, and how these women flow through Echo, or Maya, I think her name was. And for me, it was like, I don't care about these 3 episodes. So I watched the
Call
final
her
one.
Mayo.
Is it? Oh, it's Maya. No. Anyway,
It's Maya. I don't know what
that
her name
too.
is. And it's
Yeah.
funny. You called her mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Lol. But no, it was the like I just watched the first and the last episode because I knew those 2 episodes were going to be the ones with the most action in it. And those 2 episodes would be literally the only ones that I would have to watch in order to get Maya.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
watched the first
the-
episode, I watched the last episode, and honestly,
I think the 3rd episode has a fight scene in it. It's not good, but it has a fight scene in it in which it's like in a laser tag arena kind of thing.
cool.
Where it's like she's fighting she's for whatever reason able to fight these 200-pound guys that look like they bench 250 on their off day, and like very big people. And this lady that looks maybe about 140 pounds is able to take these guys out, which doesn't at all seem. And there's like crews of them, like all like it's so stupid. And this is without her using her powers or abilities or any of that. Like,
Her
this is just
power and
her,
ability
straight
is
up.
mostly just her healing.
No, she's with I think according to like, because there is one scene where she's able to like, her prosthetic leg is caught in a like train car coupling, and she's able to use her power to like use her power ups that she gets from her ancestors for some reason to be able to move the train car coupling enough so that way she can lift her leg. I think it's stupid, but apparently that's supposed to be her first ancestor, which has super strength. So
Oh, so her ancestors give her power, and then
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
So
I'm
when,
assuming her house is really clean though. So
Mm,
because it's all women. So I mean, I'm assuming she's got a really clean house.
probably not, but I'm sure they could cook a lot.
Women.
What I found funny is during the Native American ceremony thing that they had going on.
At the
Like,
end?
Yeah. During like the whole Native American it was like a powwow, something like that, or whatever. They had like it was like Navajo chicken, like what the frick, and like pizza slices, and then kettle corn. It's like wait a minute, those are American things that the wait. I'm
I just
confused. What are we exactly?
I just liked how it was like a
Like-
white guy in a hat just over everything, or that's what it looked like to me. I actually don't think it was a white guy,
Yeah,
but it looked like he was
it
white
was.
just going over everything. And I'm like, oh, they have a white guy hosting it.
Oh,
Good job, guys.
no, that guy I think was Native American. I thought you were
He
talking about the
looked
guy with the
white to me.
RPG.
He looked white to me. I
I
was
thought you were
like,
talking about the
what?
guy with the RPG.
No,
So,
hat guy. It was like a
Yeah,
guy
I
in
know
a
what you're
cowboy
talking
hat, and
about.
he was dressed like a white guy.
Yeah,
I'm like, he's
Yeah.
supposed to be Native American. Where's the Native American, guys?
yeah. Well, he's wearing a cowboy hat, so that's how you know. Even though they hadn't domesticated horses at all, that's how you know. So, yeah, I think it's very, very stupid. So, and then when the guy that's in the monster truck that runs over the two vans, he says, "Take that," and then says like a Native American term. Apparently, that says "whitey." So he literally says, "Take out Whitey, take that Whitey, not today Whitey," something like that. When he's like killing a whole bunch of white people.
Not to be racist or anything, but Asian people.
It's ironic that none of Kingpin's men are black, which just shows lack of diversity. And maybe if he had that, maybe Kingpin would have won. Oh no, wait, no, no. There were some black guys that were part of Kingpin's crew. Never mind. But I don't think they were in that last episode. I think they were in like the third. Oh boy, it's stupid. All right. Also, Kingpin has a proper moment to go kill Maya, I think is her name, at the third episode, and decides not to. Just so that way they can have the fifth one. Just so that way they can have the fifth episode. Like, there's no reason for him not to go in and kill her. So stupid.
Why would he need
Yeah.
to kill her again?
Why would he need to kill her? Because she
Yeah.
decided to, well, one, she tried to kill him in Hawkeye. And two, she decided to declare war on his like criminal empire. So
So she could take it?
yeah, because she literally, and I think the second or in like one of the episodes that you missed, she literally calls Kingpin's had his chance. It's time for a queen pin.
I suppose you think that was terribly clever.
Yes,
Cringe.
that's literally a line, and it's even worse when she signs it.
So bad.
Yeah, it's not a good show. So, what do you rank it?
I would probably say 2 out of 10 as well.
Okay,
Out of the 2 episodes I watched.
I'm being very lenient with my 2 out of 10. I really am, because this is ridiculously retarded on a scale that's not even. And there's probably points I missed, and you can definitely leave those in the comment section down below if you got more gripes and complaints, or if you think there's something good, put it down there. We'll probably disagree and we'll probably disagree, but we could have missed something.
19,
Could have been
19
something good.
replies. Half of them are you, half of them
In the
are
big
guy.
pile of fecal matter that is the show, which kind of looks like the pile of fecal matter from first Jurassic Park film. There might be a tiny gem of something good in there, but it ain't worth going through all the fecal matter to find that. So
It's only worth 1,000. It's only worth 1,000.
no, not even that. All right,
Oh.
you got anything else or any questions left on this one?
So Kingpin,
Yeah.
when it's like the last episode,
I know where you're going with this. That I think you're talking about like with the hammer and with him with his
Mhm.
parents and stuff. Yeah, that's taken from the Netflix show, which they already had like discarded. So that's awesome because that's taken from the Netflix show, the Daredevil Netflix show, which is 100 times better than this, like 1,000 times. Like it is ridiculous how drastic these characters are different from these new Disney Plus shows from their Netflix counterparts. It is astounding. That is taken directly from the Netflix show, where Kingpin is, I think, maybe 10 or 12, and kills his father with a hammer because his father was abusing his mom. I don't know what he does to his mom. I think he might kill her too. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he kills his dad. So
So
I think his mom
Kingpin-
might have put him in an institution.
So
I don't know what he
then
did.
what happened? Like, what did she do?
I don't remember what she did, but essentially from that point on, he ends up becoming the person that you know, well, that you should know. I guess it's a poor illustration of the character he becomes in Echo, but he essentially becomes like essentially this criminal bent on like essentially ruling, having like an empire of criminality in a sense. So, I mean,
And then I saw at the end that they're hinting at him becoming the mayor of New York City.
I think that might also, this might be, yeah, I think, I think that might be from the newer comics, but I think that also is, I don't think that's an odd thing for them to, I think it's odd timing for them to do it at this moment. Just because with the upcoming election coming up, the timing that they might be having on that, it could be coincidence, but I don't know. They're trying to incriminate Trump. This is a criminal that's running for office. I'm not saying whether or not it is. It could be very well just be happenstance that this just so happens to be the case in 2024 that the show is dropped with this happening. And probably the next Disney Plus show or the next, whenever the Daredevil show comes out, he will probably be mayor. I don't know. This could just be happenstance, but knowing that Disney's already said previously that they're going to put all kinds of political ideology and whatever they want to, whatever politics they want to, and don't really care about any of that stuff in their entertainment, I'm not putting it past them. This very well could be just
If
a very
Kingpin,
like behind the back sort of.
if Kingpin says that he wants a fair and safe election, I think I'm done.
Well, that's Kingpin's. Well, I think my point can be somewhat proven by that being Kingpin's skate rink. I think to some degree, or he has some type of ownership over the skating rink.
Make
And he
America
said, "Make
skate
America
again."
skate again."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't push it past them. They also could just be making fun of the slogan, like jovial, like kind of just banter at the slogan. That could be the case, but I'm not pushing it past them. They've already done this kind of crap before. I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing it again. So
I'm really scared for
So, yeah.
upcoming Marvel
get-
movies.
I'm not. I'm gonna be laughing the whole time
They're gonna suck.
because I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Like that's probably the, and it honestly sucks, but I don't care anymore. I really don't. And I'm a big superhero fan. I really always have been, and I don't care anymore about any more of these. Don't care about Marvel. DC's kind of got some saving grace because they're sometimes they try, sometimes they just whiff it right out of the park. Aquaman 2 is a big example of that. But I think yeah, I do think there is like this in Star Wars, anything basically under the Disney umbrella. I don't really have at the moment anything under the Disney umbrella. I really could care less about.
I guess you could say you don't have a New Hope.
It's Revenge of the SHIT. So, all right, you got anything else
No,
that you want to discuss on
the
this
show is boring.
I think we've kind of just
So-
shown it for what it is.
So what
a
did
nail
she
in
do?
a dead coffin already.
So
A
what
nail
did
in a
she?
coffin, just another nail in the coffin.
Yeah. So what did she do again? To Kingpin?
What did she do?
Yeah.
What did she do to Kingpin?
Yeah. Because that wasn't explained at
She
all.
tried to. I think she tried to make him better. Like by letting go of his pain of his father beating his mother and him killing his father. I don't know how the frick that's supposed to help, but I mean, hey,
Give me the hammer.
yeah, essentially.
Gotta give me the hammer.
Mallet, mallet, mallet in the morning. Mallet, mallet, mallet all day.
All right, so that is this episode of Galactic Confused. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below whether or not you agree or disagree with us in our review. And until then, we'll see you next time on Galactic Reviews.
Bye.